Let's look at One Angry Gamer. One Angry Gamer, who I am obsessed with for absolutely no reason. I don't know why. He's just weird. And his gaming site, which is all about gaming, and he seems to hate video games, by the way. I don't know if you've ever noticed. He really, really seems to hate video games. Ooh, almost puked. That ravioli from lunch was, I'm pretty sure I have that GERD thing, and I ran out of medication today, so gotta go get that next time I'm at the store, because the acid reflux makes me, you know. Anyway. One Angry Gamer, who seems to hate video games, is now covering the Hallmark Channel on his gaming website, because it has lesbians on it now, and he can't have that. Hallmark has fully embraced degenerate propaganda pushed forward by the people trying to indoctrinate the masses to accept every form of perversion that leftists can think up. Hey, bud, I don't know about you, but we did not come up with the living situation on the Isle of Lesbos. Where was that? Let's see. Lesbos. Lesbos. This is where the word lesbian comes from, if you don't know. Lesbos is a Greek island located in northeastern Aegean Sea. It has an area of 1,633 kilometers squared, with 321 kilometers of coastline, making it the third largest island in Greece. It is separated from Turkey by narrow Mytilene Strait. Sorry, bad at pronunciation. And in late Paleolithic, Mesolithic times was joined to the Anatolian mainland before the end of the last glacial period. Let me find F. Lesbian. The island is widely known as the home of the ancient Greek poet Sappho, and it gives its name to the word lesbian. I'm pretty sure Sappho was a lesbian. And it was basically an island known for ladies getting it on with ladies. So this is where the term lesbian comes from. Not John, sorry, I forgot we're not talking about John anymore. Apparently, One Angry Gamer seems to think that leftists invented lesbianism, despite the fact that it's been around basically for all of humans existing. But we can trace it back at least to ancient Greece. Dude Spanking Dudes with a bit says, Hannah, I just came back after a short walk. I heard you talking and I thought, is that One Angry Gamer article? And I looked and it was. True. At first it seemed like they might be the only channel left featuring wholesome content for families, especially after Hallmark pulled a lesbian ad by Zola. However, a Twitter storm erupted when Hallmark quickly kowtowed by reinstating the ad and issuing an apology to the LGBTQIA+ community. Hallmark then announced they would be perverting their traditional Christmas movies with gay content. We read that article. Well, it appears as if they're not going to wait for Christmas to taint little Timmy and Tabitha's eyes, as the upcoming wedding weekend original movie will include a lesbian relationship. Does One Angry Gamer not understand that lesbians, exist in real life? Right? I'm a trans woman and I'm in a relationship with a woman. Of course, One Angry Gamer wouldn't consider that lesbian because he would probably see me as a man, despite the fact that I am not. But, outside of that, there are cis women who marry cis women. All the time. What? That's not disturbing to children. It's just the world. Two women getting married or two men getting married isn't any more disturbing to a child than a man and a woman getting married, right? It's all just marriage to them. If you haven't taught your kid to be homophobic, they have no reason to think it's weird. The lesbian relationship wasn't only featured in a new behind-the-scenes featurette, but also prominently plastered all over Hallmark's YouTube channel via thumbnail.
Our new Hallmark Channel movie, Wedding Every Weekend.
We're taking you behind the scenes. So this is a story about a woman, she's a physical therapist, and she sort of finds herself in a very comfortable but uninspiring life situation.
She meets Nate, who has his own reservation.
Put all of his focus in the community in this movie of the summer and spending time.
They are.
Jenny's made of. I think you guys would really hit it off.
No.
Oh god, the acting in Hallmark movies is always so bad, and it's shot like a TV show from the 90s.
So just take me off your setup list until future notice, okay?
Okay.
Desperately.
Sort of specific theme.
It reflects the
Lesbian
world that
wedding.
we live in now. It's exciting to celebrate love in all its forms.
One of them is a Jewish wedding, and then there's a biracial wedding.
So it's not even a movie about, like, a lesbian wedding. It says the movie is, like, wedding every weekend. So I assume the premise will be two people. I'm just going based on, you know, my understanding, let's say, of Hallmark movie structure. Basically, it's probably going to be maybe a caterer or two people who work for a catering company, or maybe one will be someone who works in some other, like, wedding-oriented business. And I assume they will get to know each other over the course of the movie through all these weddings they work at. Or maybe they're just friends with a lot of people who are getting married and they keep running into each other at a wedding. Either way, the movie's going to be them getting to know each other over a series of weddings. So there's all sorts of different weddings, and the movie, even though it's probably going to be a bad movie, it's a Hallmark movie, is going to be sort of celebrating, like, look at all the different kinds of people that get married. Look at all these different kinds of weddings and ways to celebrate your love, and the overarching story is going to be these two people falling in love while surrounded by the love of others. It's not a bad premise for, like, a romantic comedy or romantic drama, whatever. Fine. And one angry gamer is mad because one of the couples happens to be lesbians. Like, one angry gamer, lesbians get married since at least 2015, when it became the law of the land everywhere in the United States, and even before then, many states allowed gay marriage. Hallmark are quick, our viewership is dying. We need to get a younger generation. Yeah, very much so.
There's a way.
Let's see. I'm gonna upvote this just because I'm annoyed by all the downvotes by people who don't like the fact that it's lesbians. Here, go give this Hallmark Channel trailer an upvote to try and, like, piss off the homophobes. I think that's a good reason to give an upvote, if there ever has been one. They were making it known that they're going all in on promoting perverse lifestyle to their audiences. Yeah, those women in the cute wedding dresses who just love each other. Very perverse, whether they like it or not. Thankfully, there are some people who are downvoting the trailer and making it known that they do not like the direction that Hallmark is going in. So, like, a third of their audience, which are probably the old people who are going to die soon, don't like it. But most people are for it. Great. The movie isn't just about promoting lesbianism. It's not promoting lesbianism. It just features a lesbian wedding, which is a thing in the real world. Like, this movie has chairs in it. This movie is promoting chairs. Well, no, chairs are just like a thing in the real world. So if you put them in a movie, they serve a purpose because they're a thing in the real world. Same with a lesbian couple. Lesbians exist in the real world. You can expect to have things from the real world in your movie. Dream Scythe, thanks for continuing your subscription. This is the longest sub I've ever maintained. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. The movie isn't just about promoting lesbianism, though. It goes all in on degeneracy. There isn't one normal wedding. Jesus Christ. Oh, gross. There isn't one normal wedding featured in the entire film. And then he goes on to say, there's a Jewish wedding? Wow. That's some anti-Semitic fucking shit right there. A biracial wedding, an interracial wedding, and a lesbian wedding. Fuck you, dude. What are you talking about? These are all weddings. What do you mean normal wedding? Is normal wedding to you two white people, one man and one woman getting married? Fuck you. You fucking Nazi prick. Disgusting. Yeah. One angry gamer. You are indeed fucking disgusting. This is on his, is this guy 70 years old? No. What's biracial versus interracial? I assume, if I had to guess, I'm assuming this couple, the woman might be biracial, and the guy's probably just, like, black, and that's probably what he's referencing. I don't know for sure, though. Apparently, promoting normal, well-adjusted heterosexuals getting married is no longer on Hallmark's cards. Most of the weddings are straight weddings. What are you talking about? One of them is even explicitly religious, the Jewish wedding. Like, what? There are some groups attempting to make it known that they don't support and aren't willing to stand by Hallmark's degradation of quality programming, and have started a petition to Hallmark to stop adding LGBTQIA+ content on their channel's lineup. Over on 1 Million Moms, no one takes 1 Million Moms seriously. 1 Million Moms, which doesn't include 1 million members, for the record. Please do not add LGBTQ movies to the Hallmark Channel lineup. Such content goes against conservative values. Yeah, conservatives don't like the fact that the world is diverse, we know. That are important to your primary audience. You will lose viewers if you cave to the LGBTQ agenda. Yes, the LGBTQ agenda of being recognized as people who exist in reality. How devious. Our family will change the channel and boycott Hallmark. Where are you gonna go? I'd love to know. What channel are you gonna go to that doesn't at this point be like, hey, you know, gay people exist and that's okay? I'd love to hear what channel you're gonna flip to. The channel and Hallmark products as long as the network surrenders to the LGBTQ agenda and airs controversial topics. Being gay hasn't been controversial since like 2007. Like, what year do you think this is that in 2020 you think anyone gives a shit about gay marriage? It's been legal for 5 years everywhere in the country. The only people who care are weird evangelicals and ideologue shitbags. Like, you people are not the majority of the consumer base, so they don't care to cater to you. Sorry, welcome to capitalism. For years, Hallmark was set apart from other channels because it aired wholesome content. Unless Hallmark realizes the mistakes it has made by caving to the LGBTQ activist groups, my family will have no other choice than to boycott Hallmark. See you later. Bye, Felicia. We all know where this leads if Hallmark doesn't course correct. There's a gay wedding next. Well, lesbians are gay. They just have a different moniker, but lesbianism is a gay wedding still. And then the promotion of the transgender lifestyle. Okay, maybe. They could have some trans characters in a Lifetime movie. That'd be fine. I probably wouldn't watch it because I don't like Lifetime movies. But check bit messages. Did I miss one? Oh, sorry. My bad. Sorry, Hailey and Derp. Let me go back and find yours. Hailey and Derp with 100 bits. The first interracial wedding in the United States was between two women in Charleston, South Carolina, aka the city that the Civil War started in. That's fucking awesome. I didn't realize that. Sorry I missed your message. That's my bad. I didn't hear the notification. And then trans kids, gay kids. I mean, maybe there are trans and gay kids. And eventually promoting MAPS or pedophilia. No. No one in their right mind is promoting pedophilia. Everyone recognizes pedophilia is wrong except for pedophiles. We've talked about this on stream before. Comparing gay people and trans people to pedophiles is fucked. We don't have anything in common. Pedophiles are into children. Children who cannot consent by definition. Comparing consensual adults and people with a different gender identity as you to people who literally prey on children is fucking disgusting and a complete misunderstanding of what gay people, lesbians, bisexual people, or trans people go through, or who they are. For those of you unfamiliar with the situation, here's a report on the Next Web about it, and then he puts the same statistics he always has. Gays and lesbians are only 1.6% of the population. Not true. It's higher than that. On the low end, it's 1.6. But gays account for 67% of all HIV cases. That's because anal sex will increase your chances of HIV transmission. Gays have high rates of substance and drug abuse. Again, that ties into the fact that society, on the whole, still kind of treats gay and lesbian people like shit. Lesbians have high rates of alcohol and tobacco abuse. Same thing. Lesbians have double the rates of domestic abuse, probably because both people in the relationship feel that they aren't necessarily stronger than the other. Domestic abuse is always wrong, but, you know. Lesbians have higher rates of heart attacks. It probably has something to do with stress. Lesbians and bisexual women have higher rates of obesity, probably because they aren't worried their partner's gonna leave them if they gain 5 pounds. Lesbians and bisexual women have higher rates of breast cancer. That's interesting, but that's a correlation, not causation thing. You think that, like, eating, as Ben Shapiro would put it, do you think that eating the P word causes breast cancer? Gays statistically have far more sexual partners than heterosexuals. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Gays are 50% more likely to divorce than heterosexuals. Okay. And gays have higher than normal STD rates. Gays have higher than normal suicide rates. STD rates, again, might have something to do with male-on-male homosexual relationships. Some people might be less into using condoms because of the non-pregnancy scare thing, but also anal sex because it can lead to bodily fluid transmission into areas that, with a lot of friction, can thin and allow viruses or other things into the system easier than, you know, PIV sex. And the suicide rates thing, again, has to do with the fact that gay people and trans people get treated like shit by society. The culture war isn't even a war at this point. The left controls everything and they've taken over everything. Hey, round of applause for us, folks. Fuck yeah. We're nailing it. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, lesbian sex, I think, is the safest in terms of STD transmissions. Micro tears. Yep, that's the word. Last night you went through all the sources and literally most of them say the reasons for the stats are discrimination and homophobia. Yep. The culture war is over and anyone who valued Western culture has lost. Hey, if Western culture means people being forced in the closet and people who are, like, wanting interracial relationships, if that's not allowed in Western society, then fuck yeah, down with Western society. If that's how you define Western society, you have a very low opinion of Western society. So that's one angry gamer. Fuck that dude. He's an asshole.